If you have come across this message, I want to share one thing with complete certainty. It is not an error in the computer system or just a random occurrence. It is the universe responding to the question your soul quietly posed. There, in that place in your heart where you began to doubt, there is something important you needed to receive today. Right at this very critical moment before your concern changes into giving up, I know you have stayed silent. I know you have continued on as if it was all done, trying to convince yourself that you have let go. Yet deep within you, there is a question that keeps following you, a lack of certainty that removes your peace. And this question regarding the future of this connection can only be resolved by a greater design. The answer reaches you now with a brightness you can no longer overlook. Forget the thought that you are overthinking what you feel. You are not creating this power. You do not care for no purpose, and you do not care by yourself. The connection that links you with this person is true, a bond not created by the mind but by the soul. It is not a temporary emotion but a profound reality. The primary message you must keep inside yourself is this. Today, the universe shows that you must not quit. You are standing on the brink of an outcome that has long been prepared for both of you. You have no idea how much energy is working behind the scenes in your benefit. That sensation that something is about to change was not a deception. The way this story remains within you, the constant way their name won't leave your mind and that your heart keeps returning is not a sign of being trapped or a negative pattern. It is a clear, powerful call. It is a sensation that cannot be manufactured but belongs to a purpose that neither distance nor time nor obstacles can destroy. Therefore, the first major step to take is this. Stop seeing the space between you as a clear-throat defeat. In truth, physical distance is only an illusion. For the energy connection between you is more vibrant than ever. Your soul is in constant contact with theirs. You are linked by an invisible cord. The feeling of being alone you experience is the reflection of the other person who feels you are missing. That separation is the tool destiny employs. This person carries your name deep within. Even if they walk away or hide behind their concerns, the universe sees beyond what people try to hide. So do not give up on what came into your life with such a profound purpose. This love is not just a feeling. It is something that comes from a much more sacred and elevated source. In the next few minutes, you will see the first very clear evidence that their soul is calling to you right now. But to understand it, you must first see what is happening in the unseen world. The key for this story to continue does not lie in what you do on the outside, but in your inner emotions. Stay strong, not out of hurry, but out of deep faith that what belongs to you will not leave, and what fate has united cannot be broken. Trust your intuition. That feeling that tells you the love is still there is the only truth you need right now. Understand that there is someone who truly loves you, someone who thinks of you more often than they admit, and this is only the start. If you are ready to bring this truth into your life, then leave a heart in the comments. And now that you have seen the truth of your intuition, it is vital to move from doubt to certainty to a view of the hidden reality that is all around you. Despite the silence and the distance, you are not walking alone. The strength you feel is not a lie, but a truth placed in you. If the universe has brought you together, crossed your paths, and put within you a belief you cannot deny, then it is because this purpose goes beyond human logic. Perhaps you have felt that this connection asks for more than you receive, or that you are holding on to something that seems to be disappearing. That is a trick of how you perceive things. The truth is, you are being guided, and the universe would not plant a love of such magnitude in your heart only to leave you without guidance. When your heart keeps going back to the same place, it is not because your mind tricks you, but because there is a bond that does not come from a quick idea, but directly from the soul. This feeling is real, and this purpose cannot be ruined by silence or distance. The real question is, why does this story still live inside you? Why does their name not go away? Why does this connection not break? The answer is simple, because it is more alive than you think. What belongs to you on a high level cannot vanish. What fate has united cannot be broken by mistakes or separations. Therefore, this feeling inside you that stays is not a weak point. It is your soul saying that this love is yours. There is a deep difference between what your eyes see and what your soul knows. What your eyes see is only the top layer, a person who looks far away, cold, or like they don't care. But the universe tells you, do not be tricked by this top layer. Inside, this person carries feelings that have your name on them. Love of this kind does not always show itself in a smart way. Sometimes it hides, stops itself, or guards itself out of fear of losing everything. This person thinks of you much more often than they would say. They feel your absence, your power, your quiet. They notice when your name is spoken, when they think of a talk you had, or when they look at a picture they cannot bring themselves to throw away. They feel a hole they cannot explain, and even if you think they have moved on, they haven't. If you think you are nothing to them, you are not. If you think they have forgotten you, they haven't. Some feelings come back. Some memories hurt, and certain signs follow them. There are moments when they stop in the middle of the day just to think of you. The universe has seen all of these times. But let us look at something real. How can you know that this connection is truly active right now? If the person feels you are gone, how does it show in your life, in your body? The first real sign that this connection is active is heart-to-heart communication. The person is not gone because they do not love you, but because they do not know how to deal with the strength of their feelings. Some souls love so deeply that they actually become scared, stop, or quickly pull away just to breathe again. So while you wonder why everything seems to have stopped, the universe shows you that in truth nothing has ended. On the contrary, the feelings of this person are moving more strongly than ever, only in secret inside, in the place where you cannot see them, but where fate is already working. This inner movement has a direct effect on your energy and shows itself through signs you wrongly think are just stress. When this person thinks of you a lot, their energy travels through the string of the soul and finds you. It can show up as a quick sadness or a blue mood without any clear reason in your normal day. It is the pain of their wanting you, the echo of their regret that enters your heart area. You believe it is your sadness, but in truth, it is theirs. Another common sign is a quick memory you can't avoid. In the most surprising times, their face or a shared memory shows up in your mind with such light that you stop. That is not a coincidence. It is the universe showing you what your intuition has long known. The connection is not broken in their heart. You are more there than you think. It is their soul sending this thought to you. This connection can also be felt in the body through a warm feeling or a light heat in your face or chest, right in the moments when they think of you with love. Then the power of their love finds you. When they are full of fear and full inside, you may feel a quick chill or a hole in your stomach as if your energy had quickly been pulled away. Another very clear sign is music. You suddenly hear a song you once played or a new tune that makes you think of them. This is not a chance event. It is the universe using sound as a bridge to remind you that the connection is alive and that this person feels it a lot. When they hear your name and something moves inside them, that sound travels to you and rings inside you. There are nights when they think of you before they sleep and days when a memory of you makes their chest tight. Even when they stay quiet to act tough, the universe sees the truth they cannot say. Therefore, if your intuition has been stronger than ever lately, and you feel that something is moving on a high level, even on days when you said you would let go, then listen to that feeling. It is not a sign of being stuck, but of knowing. The universe shows you through small signs that this love still lives, that unseen strings join your hearts, and that thoughts travel without words. The love this person feels for you cannot simply be turned off. It is a love that fights against itself, that tries to understand the hard things to fight what it cannot fight. Your being there has left a mark on their soul so deep that they cannot even tell themselves. And that is exactly why you must not quit. Now we have already seen that your feeling is not a trick, but a sure thing proved by the power flowing between you. Yet the question comes up, why is this bond so tough that neither time nor space can wipe it out? The answer is in the idea of the fate plan, what is called a spirit deal. You must understand that this connection is no accident. It was never just a meeting or a quick crush that goes away at the first problem. This connection is the result of a bigger plan, a soul pact made long ago before you met in this world. It is a deal of growth and a shared goal. When two souls are tied by the plan of fate, the power does not allow a final split until the lesson of that meeting is done. That is why all tries on both sides to let go or forget do not work. And that is the proof that this is a true connection. What is human can break. What is fated stays. The universe would never allow a key part of your growth to be lost just because one of you got scared. The love you feel for this person is not a feeling that can be killed by distance. It does not come from a human choice, but from a higher one. The reason their name does not go away from inside you despite all work is because your soul follows this deal. It is like a heavy anchor tying you to this truth. When the connection stays, when the memory keeps moving, it is because the universe is always showing you the truth of this bond. It is the way fate tells you to stay calm. This task belongs to me. I rule the timing. There is something key to understand about the plan of fate. Inside it there is no mess, only needed breaks. The universe would never put you in a spot where your heart is hurt without a reason. If there is quiet now, it is not the end. It is a phase of fixing things. Fate is working on the other person so they may come back to you stronger and more sure. It does not want you to get someone who is only half ready, nor does it want you to stay in a state of fear. That is why the bond does not break. It grows and rests. But the heart of the connection stays, making sure that you will find each other again at the right time. What feels like a heavy weight is in truth exactly the time the other person needs to fix their own parts and finish this soul deal with the right growth. The quiet that hurts and mixes you up is not a lack of care. Quite the opposite. On a high level, it is too much. To understand why this person has pulled back, we must look at the quiet and what is happening inside them. This person is feeling a strength they do not know how to manage. You, through your soul connection, have the tools to understand the depth of this bond. They, however, have not yet reached that step. The size of this love, the strength of this connection, and the sure feeling that you are the person they have been looking for have caused a shock inside them. Their quiet is a sign of deep fear of being open. Like a wild animal that hides when hurt, they have gone inside themselves to heal, to understand, and to guard themselves from something they feel is too strong. This break is their try to make sense of things. They think that space, quiet, and ignoring the connection could lower the strength and give them back control over their heart. But the universe tells you this act is a wrong view, not a sign of no love. Silence is the sound of their fear. And this fear is so big because the connection with you is the truest thing they have ever felt. They are not scared of you, but of the power of their own heart. They fear that if they give in fully, the pain of a loss would be too much, so they choose to pull back before the connection grows even bigger. They are now fighting against their own self, their human side, the hurt voice that says, guard yourself, stay away, and their soul, the voice that calls your name and wants to be near. Silence is the field where this fight happens. Yet the universe is not lazy. Inside this quiet, a move of such power is starting that the person cannot avoid it. Fate makes things happen that always remind them of what they have paused. The lack of your power feels to them like a hot hole that nothing can fill. Every try to fill this void with other things or people only makes them feel more clearly how strong this connection was and still is. Therefore, when you want to think their quiet is a lack of love, stop. Silence is proof of their inner fight. It is the heart being told by the universe to fix old hurts before it can meet you the way you should be met. To fix the connection and let fate do its job. You must see what they are fighting against. Their space and quiet are not acts of no love, but signs of a wall built over many years. A wall that the universe is now taking down bit by bit. This wall is the biggest block stopping them from needing. Yet beloveds who show so deep, so pure, so total, acts like a mirror of their own light. For souls that have been hurt in the past, it can be those scary to see themselves in such a clear light. In those times, the wall reacts, trying to guard them from a pain long gone, but still present. The true source of their fear is not in the future, but in the past, in the fear that this connection could end in loss. That is why the universe is leading them free at the inner level, a kind of dark tie for the soul in which they must face their fears and old hurts. This phase of quiet and being alone is needed for them to see their own dark spots, heal their hurts, and let go of the past. The universe is taking away their chance to run, forcing them to look at themselves and see the truth of their feelings. This dark time is not a curse but a cleaning, a path that leads them to drop old ideas. When they come back, it should not be because they are needy, but because they are whole. You are both a cure and a test for them. Their wall fights, but their soul sees that the love from you is too strong to keep living in a lie. Fate shows them that no guard and no control can stand against the power of a connection made for a high goal. This time apart, however, is not just for them. Because while the universe works on their fears, it also heals yours. You are learning to love without losing yourself, to stay calm without needing them there, and to trust even when you see no proof. Fate is making you both better. Them to be more brave, you to be more still. When the time to meet again comes, it should come from a place of peace, not from wanting. All of this leads to a big turn. The universe has shown you that meeting again is part of the plan, but the speed of it depends on how clear you are in your trust. Doubt slows things down while being sure makes them fast. Every fear or rush sends the sign that you are not yet ready to get what is yours. But when you rest in being sure, this power becomes like a magnet. It pulls without forcing. Therefore, speak your trust, for words have power. When you say with full heart, "My soul trusts in this fate," you send a clear sign to the universe. This act of trust is not just a habit, but a change in your inner tone. You break the chains of doubt and open the door. From this moment on, your job is not just waiting, but letting go. The law of attraction teaches you that draw comes from calm. Those who chase push away. Those who trust pull in. If you try to force the connection through fear or worry, you make a block. But when you let go, you stay open. Letting go does not mean quitting on love. It means trusting that it will find its way back to you freely and at the right time. To trust means to believe that the universe which put love on your path knows better than you when you should meet again. To truly use this law, you must stop chasing the other person with your mind. Chasing is not just doing things, but through thoughts and always looking for them. Every time you check their pages, wait for a text and be a focus only on them, you move your power into a place of not having enough. The soul path of letting go asks you to bring your power back to your own center, into your life, your growth, your peace. When you start to feel good without needing them to tell you, you turn into a magnet. The universe sees you at peace, sure of your path and bright in your own power. This tone sends a clear message. I am whole, and what belongs to me will find me. This inner state is what the other soul feels when it wants light. Your peace makes a pull that naturally draws them back. Once you stop sending out pressure, the true connection of the soul starts to work free of blocks. They do not come back out of pity, but because your power has become so clear and strong that their soul has no choice but to join with yours again. That is the point of letting go, to pull them in. But to truly see why the universe chose this path, we must see why this time apart was needed. If the connection is so deep, why did the universe allow this painful break? Because this break is not a fine, but part of the plan. The break is training, a prep so that this love, if you are hearing this now, it is because the universe wants to remind you of one very simple truth. The bond you feel is far stronger than time, distance, or circumstance. Every pause, every quiet moment, every space between you and this person is not a loss. It is a preparation. You might feel impatience, wondering if this connection is slipping away. But understand this. The universe does not waste a single moment of your energy. Every thought you send, every feeling you hold, every hope you nurture in silence is a signal, a thread that connects you across unseen worlds. Think about the times when a memory of them appeared unexpectedly, a song, a word, a glance at a picture.